This is a military mindset safety series video. Leadership's way of not being liable. Enjoy.
Welcome everyone to this month's Squadron Safety video. This video will discuss some things you can do to enhance your multiplayer experience and maybe help new players dive into multiplayer gameplay. We will review a scenario to illustrate how a lack of planning and coordination can lead to a bad experience on the server. On May 14th, Viking 3-1 callsign Sundown departed a forward operating base in central Iran en route to an interdiction mission. Sundown was solo in a Mi-24 Hind. Conducting strikes on ground targets, his helicopter suffered catastrophic damage and crash-landed near the objective. Headquarters sent out search and rescue to locate the wreckage. It wasn't until follow-on ground forces reconning the area, were we able to locate the crash site. Sundown was wearing several GoPro cameras on his helmet and helicopter. Apparently, he was trying to become some big-shot YouTuber. We were able to recover those cameras and reconstruct his mission. Through this reconstruction, we can show what went right and what ultimately went wrong. Sundown signed for his aircraft and began startup procedures without a real objective in mind. The ordnance technician's log showed he was loaded with 8 air-to-ground missiles, 40 rockets, and a full complement of 30mm cannon. He was filled with 60% fuel. Once his aircraft started spinning up, only then did he check the map and locate an objective about 50 kilometers north of the FARP. A concentration of enemy vehicles was designated on the map. The operations center showed another friendly Mi-24 around the objective, so perhaps his plan was to link up with him. We will never know. The point being, you should have a plan before you try and take off on multiplayer missions. Use Discord or in-game chat to plan and coordinate with other players prior to departure. Sundown lifted off with no other assets. No cap, no wingman, nothing. We can't even confirm that he had a gunner in the front seat. Gentlemen, you should be reaching out to your friends or on Discord to get another buddy for multi-crew. This will increase your chances of survival and just makes the multiplayer experience better. You would be surprised how friendly the DCS community is. Based on the footage recovered from the crash site, it looks like the startup was good. He utilized his DCS-15 Doppler navigation system to good effect to get his aircraft in the target area. Using terrain, he was able to mask his approach. Once he was in the valley, he was able to identify several AAA, artillery, and Scud missile launchers. He then moves to an attack position, and does multiple circuits utilizing his standoff ATGM missiles. He has identified a number of heavy weapons that will prevent him from close-in attacks, so he continues to conduct ATGM attacks. At this point, he should have got on the radio and called in support. A single Hind can't neutralize this large battalion-sized concentration of forces. Also, when Sundown is eventually shot down, the intelligence he has gathered dies with him. So the next flight that covers that area will have no idea what awaits them. We can see here that Sundown is out of ATGMs, and faithfully decides to conduct a running rocket attack against some soft targets. He hasn't cleared off the heavy guns though, and several ZSU-23 AAA sites remain. This is what dooms Sundown's flight. As we see here, he tries to change his attack profile to suppress the AAA, but he suffers a catastrophic hit to the cockpit that renders him incapacitated. We honor him and his sacrifice with perhaps a mess hall named in his honor, but other than that, his efforts were in vain. Take notice, there is no communication between Sundown and friendly forces. All radio communications were reviewed during the time he was airborne, and not one call was made. You can't be afraid to get on the radio. If you have SRS configured, make a call. Let your teammates know what you are doing. I'll link a video in the description from Casmo on radio procedures. The bottom line though, just don't be nervous. Push that button, say who you are, where you are, and what you are doing. If you have contact, say what you see. You may get some fixed-wing pilots overhead to support, or perhaps other helicopters will launch from the FARP. People want to work together, and it just makes things more fun. Lessons learned. Find a multiplayer server that fits your playstyle. See if that server has a Discord community. Servers like Grey Flag, Rotorheads, Low Level Hell, and Enigma's Cold War server have an active, new player-friendly community. Each has help sections for the modules supported as well as guides and FAQs for the server. Also, get SRS up and running and get on the radio. It will enhance your experience 100%. Don't be intimidated or nervous. No one is going to say anything about radio protocols if you are new. Work as a team. Coordinate on Discord possible liftoff times and area operations. Try to get mutual support from other players like fixed wing or search and rescue. Playing DCS in multiplayer can be fun and rewarding. But without a plan, online play can become dry and boring. Get involved in your favorite server's community. Plan operations or coordinate with others to tackle a particularly hard objective. Some servers, like Rotorheads, have online server maps, so you can see real-time what areas are particularly troublesome and you can plan prior to starting. Conducting a successful strike or cap is very important to the overall goal of the friendly forces, so your contribution matters. But if you die in vain, you may be setting your team back as the loss of your aircraft may count against your team's score. I hope you all have learned something from this video. We honor Sundown for his efforts in this fight against our common enemy, and his legacy will be it may prevent future loss. Remember to print the certificate on the next page and turn it into your leadership. Good luck and remember to stay safe.
Thank you for watching this Military Mindset Safety Series video. Have a safe day.